Welcome back to the Clubhouse, and for those of you just joining us, welcome to the Tribe. We are a group of FSU alumni obsessed with the culture, the gear, and the game of golf. From breaking down tour news to roasting our own weekend blow-ups, no topic is out of bounds. Grab a drink and settle in. This is the Tea Time Tribe. All right, everyone, welcome back to the Tea Time Tribe. I'm Eric, as always, joined by John and Ian. We have made it to the fourth and final major of the 2026 season, the Open Championship at Royal Birkdale this year. So we'll get into that a little later. Start the episode off with the Scottish Open. Tom Kim finally gets another win under his belt, I believe, after 3 or 4 years. It's good to see him get back in the winner's circle. We'll talk about our wonderful wheel bet from last week. Going to have some thoughts on that one. We'll get to some other news about what they're going to do with the 2028 scheduling. Was brought up a couple times by Rory and Scottie at some of their press conferences. We'll get into our weekly debate as well, which I hope is just as interesting as last week's. And then we'll finish off the episode talking about the Open Championship. So Scottish Open, like I said, Tom Kim gets it done. I think he fired a final round 64, won by 2. Nice to see him get back in the winner's circle. We had a lot of big names up there, and I think over the years we've had a lot of big names attending this event. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this event. We'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, what were our thoughts on Scottish Open this week?
I don't know if you guys got a chance to sit down and watch any of Sunday's round, but it was fun. It was fun to see some of these guys get kind of tormented out of the rough. Hopefully it's as thick as it was at the Scottish Open this week, because there were quite a few guys that I saw just hit some massive hooks where the ball just flew straight off the base, dead left, just that club face catching in the grass and just shutting them right away. I love to see it. Love to see it. I think John, you sent in the group chat a great one where Rory had said, "God, I suck at golf." Like that was very highly relatable. But yeah, it gets the best of you. Good to see Bobby Mack playing well. Fun to see Tom Kim back in the winner's circle. He played great down the stretch, even on 18, making that clutch par putt on the last. Good to see. He had a few great shots too from hard pan over some of those large trees that I didn't think were possible, like with a 125, 128 apex from like outside of 200 yards, which is unreal of an apex for a long iron like that. But yeah, cool to see him back in form, and looking forward to the Open.
You know, it is interesting where we don't talk about Tom Kim and all of a sudden he wins. And anytime we play him, he explodes like a balloon, and just all the healing and everything goes out. But yeah, I'm going to be honest. On Sunday, I was ready to settle down and watch some golf around 2:30. Had a really busy morning. And then I looked at my phone and it was like, Tom Kim's already won. And I was like, all right, so this is already done. Cool. Great. Excellent. But he's had some...
Time change.
Yeah, I know. He's had some success. It was a couple of years ago, the British Open, where he rolled his ankle and he ended up finishing like tied for second or tied for third on one leg. So it turns out, if you're healthy at these kind of events, Tom Kim, you might just win. But yeah, just a super talented guy, super talented golfer. I feel like he's been a pro for like 10 years and he's like 23, 24. Someone posted a graphic. It was like, I think Tom Kim and Ludwig are roughly the same age. Ludwig maybe a year older, which is kind of crazy to think. Tom Kim's got more wins than he does after this win. So everyone's just like, oh, Tom Kim's better than Ludwig, and it got everyone mad. So I thought that was funny. But yeah, we'll be interested to see how he plays this week. Coming off a big win, really talented field. They just beat.
I think one of the kind of, well, I guess there's two main storylines, but the one that kind of stuck out to me was Rory after Friday seemed to be kind of coasting along to potentially another win. And I don't know what happened to him on Saturday, but dude forgot to play golf. Shoots 73 on Saturday. Very unlike him. Ends up with the 64 on Sunday to finish T7, but I don't know what that does to his psyche going into the Open Championship this week.
Yeah. It was also interesting you say that too, because the conditions were like exponentially worse on Thursday, Friday than they were Saturday, Sunday. So I don't know. Some of those guys, it's interesting seeing how they play better in tougher conditions, and then when the conditions change, it's like, oh, I don't really have to try. I don't have to be very like creative anymore. I think a lot of the guys who like to hit creative shots tend to play better in the tough conditions. But I mean, Rory should have eaten that golf course up on both Saturday and Sunday. He did on Sunday, but that he's a backdoor guy on Sunday to almost always finish top 10, as we all know. So that wasn't super surprising. But Saturday was surprising as per his most recent finishes. So yeah, interesting. And also Scottie
he has
missing
dominated
cut,
that course. You know, you'd already mentioned. Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Yeah,
we got to talk about it.
We are.
Yeah.
We can. Let's just get into it now.
Sorry, let's
just get into it right now.
Hey, let's just fucking get into it. I don't fucking know, guys. I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I don't fucking get it. Like
we're Scottie.
We're the problem.
Yeah, I was gonna say we are the problem. That we're now 2 for 2. First time with Scottie, whatever event it was earlier this year, his T20 streak ended. He had made God knows how many in a row. And now this weekend, can't make the freaking cut, right?
The wheel. He got picked by the wheel.
The wheel cursed him. Yeah.
This wheel.
Which was 77 in a row was his streak. That what it was? So that makes Tiger's 142 just another insane stat that we can bring
just
back.
Another insane Tiger stat that we'll never get over.
Yeah, it's kind of wild because you think like, if a guy plays, let's say 25 events, PGA Tour events in the year, right? If you make 20 out of 21, 20 to 21 cuts out of 25, that's a really good year, right? Like really, really good. And Scottie did that at the end of this year, probably went 4 straight years. No bad, just banana land, like not even, because it is completely human to have a bad Thursday or a bad Friday and miss the cut. Anyone can just be like, yeah, that's completely like, yeah, that happens. It always happens when we bet on
for Scottie.
Yeah, but when we bet on, obviously it happens. But start it over. I guess we've got to wait. With this new format and stuff, these guys will be playing maybe less tournaments. Starts this weekend. He's just got to make the cut for the next 7-8 years in a row to get close to Tiger.
Which, speaking of that, I do have another gripe on Rory's part. The fact that Rory had, quote, been in discussions with the PGA prior to the season starting, knowing that he's going to miss events, specifically signature events. I don't know how that makes. Number one, I wouldn't have publicly come out and said that. I just wouldn't have said that. No. But also, how does that make anything better? That you are. In what world is that a positive PR thing to say? Please, I would love for one of you guys to help me put the pieces together for this, because to me, all this says is that I'm getting an advantage to not have to play as many events because I am Rory.
Well, okay, but this is my thing with Rory and what's happened. And I said it when he won the Masters last year. He's now put himself into this upper echelon of, I can do what I want. I'm golf, like God's gift to the earth and to the golf world. And his press conference this week, he was talking about not only like these national opens and what's going to happen with them come 2028. Are they going to be part of the championship series? Are they going to be part of the challenge series? Are they going to have to be treated differently? And he basically said, if they're not in the, I forget what exactly he said, but he was like, if they're not in the championship series, they're essentially going to become a glorified Corn Ferry event.
Corn Ferry. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which, being this guy that you are in the golf world, to even say that, to like just gut punch the PGA Tour in that scenario, just right off the bat, can't sit well with them. But then on top of that, he also went on to say, like, these other events like the RBC Canadian Open, obviously the Irish Open, the Scottish Open. But then he started naming like the RBC Heritage. And then he had the audacity to name the Travelers as one of these events, which he just skipped 2 weeks ago. And it comes to find out only through Nick Faldo that he skipped it to go to Royal Birkdale to practice for the Open. So it's like he's spewing all of this nonsense now of, well, this is going to be a track 2 and it's not going to be anything important. And that's why I missed the Travelers again. I'm kind of with you, Ian, of what is the extenuating circumstances that he's able to not meet the minimum that the PGA Tour requires. It doesn't sit well with me, and I'm sure it doesn't sit well with the PGA Tour, but
But it does. But hold on. He said that he had communicated this and he has been in talks with the leadership of the PGA since even prior to the season beginning, which means that he didn't, quote, skip the Travelers. He was never going to fucking go.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's the part to me that, yeah, exactly, John. Yeah. It was premeditated cancellations. Like that's like if I was to say, oh, when is that event? And before you even tell me when the event is, I just say, sorry, I'm going to be sick that day. Like,
yeah,
go fuck yourself. What?
Yeah.
The only thing that maybe could redeem him in this light is if he were to come out and say, hey, like, yeah, I talked to the tour before the season about this. I also advocated for everyone in my, this position to go to signature events at, like, hey, given the travel this year, maybe we're able to skip an extra one. Because right now, I think they're allowed to skip one, like, no questions asked, right? Of the 8, I think is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
If he was just like advocating, be like, hey, let's let everybody skip 2. And, my 2 are going to be the Travelers and I think maybe RBC. It's right after the Masters. He usually skips that one, which he just won Masters this year, so I get it. But that would be the only way I could be like, okay, he's looking out for the tour. But it sounds like he didn't give a shit. And he was just like, this is what I'm going to do. This is Rory, LLC. Don't really care about the rest of the 75 guys who are playing in this event. I'm out.
He's skipped the RBC Heritage, the Cadillac Championship, and the Travelers Championship, all in favor of resting and preparing for major championships.
Well, I saw an article right before we started recording this that taking out the 3 majors so far, he's only played in 6 PGA Tour events this year. So it also begs the question of, come 2028, if he's already playing on this reduced schedule, if he's going to be on the championship series in 2028, that's 20 events plus the 4 majors. That's 24 events. And from what it seems like is they're being told that you need to play in at least, I would say at least 18 or 19 of the events, but I would assume they'd want you to play all 20. How is he going to do that? He's only played 6 PGA Tour events and he's going to go to now playing double that at least.
Wait, so you're saying that Rory is turning into a live golfer? You either die a hero or you live long enough to become the villain.
Become the villain. That's right, baby. That's right. Oh, what a great shout out, John. What a great shout out.
Can you imagine? Just after the Open Championship, all of a sudden he's like, Rory's going to invest in live now.
Rory saves live.
God. Wow.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean,
this will be his 10th event. This will be his 10th event this weekend at the Open.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in the end of July. Okay. It's a live schedule.
And he's going to skip the first of the FedEx Cup playoffs again.
Yeah, probably. Because that starts pretty soon, a couple weeks. Mm-hmm. So after this, there's no chance he's playing. I don't think he's playing again until that starts. And I'll probably, like you said, let's go to the first one. So it gets second, third, and then the Tour Championship. So he's got 3 more tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll play 13 tournaments this year total.
4 of them being majors.
Yeah. Well, I think Liz was 14, so he didn't even play a full live schedule. How about that?
It's too much for him. It's too much for him.
How about that? I'm on to you, Rory. You heard it here first.
I mean, I would love Rory to be the villain. I would love to root against Rory. I mean, I already do, but just to have more people behind me rooting against him.
Yep. I agree.
The other kind of pivoting away from Rory, although there was a quick shout out to Nick Faldo, was the one that kind of outed Rory of missing the Travelers to go to Royal Birkdale. There was some news quickly. I think if you're in the golf world, you may have heard it. I forget who it was that sent it in our group text, but Faldo basically came out about the golf ball rollback, and I think they've pushed the decision on it back to 2030, but he came out with this idea, and I guess there's testing behind it, of if you move everyone to a 1-inch tee, what did he say in the video? It's like 20 or 25 yards shorter off the tee.
Somewhere between 15 to 25 yards, yep.
Then the standard one is like 2 3/4 or 2.5.
Yeah.
So Ian, I know you have strong feelings about this. Floor is yours.
Yeah. I think there's something to it. I think there's a world where this is a simple thing to govern from a governing body perspective, along with the science absolutely does back it. If you can't tee the ball up higher, someone like Rory McIlroy literally cannot get the same upward angle of attack that he delivers his driver to the golf ball with. That also includes Bryson. So both guys, if you look at their numbers on TrackMan, are so extreme from an upward angle perspective. You literally can't do that unless you have the height of unless you have the golf ball teed up close to 2.5 inches up. So if you look at some of these guys on tour, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but a lot of those guys on tour have their golf ball teed up almost like a full ball above the driver, above the driver head. It's insane how much higher it is above the driver. And not that I'm any PGA professional, but I know personally from my own numbers that the lower I tee that golf ball up, the shorter it's going to go, the straighter it's going to go most likely, but it absolutely goes at least 10, 20 yards shorter than I ever could hit it with that teed up higher. So what's the worst that happens if we put it through the testing, like the same testing that they put the golf ball through? Like, I don't know. I think tees can be customized. You can maintain, like I said before, you can maintain the governance of it. If somebody's playing with a tee that's too long, they can be penalized. But yeah, I think could be an easy solution to not have to change what manufacturers are building today.
I think we're going driver after the deck. Used to be a taboo thing, and that DOD used to be a taboo thing, and now everyone may just have to start doing it. Forget the ball. You leave the ball alone. It's an idea, but I don't know how difficult it's going to be to implement. Because it would make a difference, but also these guys are hitting their 3 woods so far too, and those are teed up real low already, right? So maybe that the manufacturers, like the mini drivers, that or TaylorMade has, other companies are making, those will be more popular, and those guys are smoking them too. But yeah, I think it would be pretty cool too to just see DOD and just drop the ball, just be like, I don't need the tee, forget it, off the box. And then that influencer, the DOD king, maybe he'll make his way to the tour. He's been waiting many moons for this opportunity. He's gonna be giving lessons.
I mean, it just makes sense because, like you just mentioned, from like a manufacturing standpoint, it will save them billions of dollars to not have to go through all this manufacturing nonsense. But on the other side of things, it's like there'd always been this discussion ever since they talked about it of, well, how far does a rollback ball go? Is it just the tour? Does it slip back to the Corn Ferry? Does it slip back to USGA events? Does it slip back to DP World Tour? Like, where does it stop, where's the line? So
Right.
this is just easy. This could be across the board. This could be a local rule for a certain tour. I mean, it just seems easier in all different levels. Just say like, yep, 1-inch tee, that's it. Case closed.
Mm-hmm.
Just start there. You could implement it next year. I mean, and just look at the stats. What's the worst that happens, right? Like, you can't tell me that these guys on tour are really going to bitch about
Oh, they will.
having to use a 1-inch tee.
I mean, the other thing is,
Think
they're
about how,
already.
but no, but think about how ridiculous you'd have to sound. Let me be very clear here. I completely understand governing that why somebody would be upset about governing a golf ball, right? You play the same golf ball and you have the same numbers for X amount of your entire life, right? And you're always trying to optimize for that exact golf ball that goes those distances. I get that. The driver's the same way, right? 460 cc's can't be any bigger. It can be smaller, but it can't be any bigger than that. The form factor has to be the appropriate form factor. It has to be specific types of material. But it's been within those bounds for a very long time, right? Think about how ridiculous you'd sound if they came out and said you can't use longer than a 1-inch tee, and some tour player was like, man, I can't believe those sons of bitches are not letting me use a more than an inch long tee. Like, I don't know. I can't think of an argument that that would be worth me listening to. That's like, yeah, he's right. He's right. You should be able to use it longer than a 1-inch tee.
I mean, the thing though, you could think about it is obviously if it's a 1-inch tee or shorter, the ball's obviously going to fly lower. But some of these courses, they're already getting 40, 50-yard rollouts with what they're currently playing with. Like, I mean, there's even some stuff I saw from the Open Championship at Birkdale this week that people are hitting like 4 irons, like 270 yards just from the rollout.
Mm-hmm.
But
Like,
they're still gonna they would still do that with a 1-inch long tee. That's what I'm saying. Like, but that's the course. That's the course. That's not because of the tee.
100%.
Whether they tee it up high or tee it up low, that's the tee, or that's the course itself. But there's also the pop bunkers that are protecting a lot of the course, right?
Mhm.
And there's false fronts that are protecting the course. If you're able to hit, I was looking at Michael Kim's threads. I love Michael Kim's threads on his course reviews and preparation for the upcoming tournaments. Like, he was even talking about how there's one of them is I forgot which hole it was. I think it's like 14 or 15. It's like a 370-yard par 4 that, downwind you could absolutely reach it. But if you come up just short and right, you're going to be in a pop bunker that's not going to give you any angle into the green, right? Or you have to hit a almost vertical shot because most of those pop bunkers don't gently roll up. It's flat. So your ball can literally end up just right next to the front of that. And if you've smashed a driver, like a little Alabama ass buster, right? And it's burning, right? And it's burning right into that bunker. Guess where that ball's going to end up? Right there. Right there. So you're not gonna have some nice little pretty bunker shot like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna be able to chip it out. It's fine. No, you're gonna have to like launch that thing into the fucking space to try to get that ball out of there. So there are other ways my point is there are other ways to protect the course. We've talked about this before.
Mm-hmm.
You make the rough longer so the ball doesn't roll out in the rough nearly as much as it does in the fairway. You make the fairways tighter and let that rough grow in from the sides to make it a shallower shot. So if you do hit the stinger, right, your ball's going to end up in the rough if it's not dead perfect down the middle. I think that's the way that you limit or govern a course versus requiring somebody to like have a different type of golf ball or golf club.
Well, that's kind of what I think the other thing that Faldo was alluding to in the video is like he's always been the guy that's behind of bring back like this skill of golf, because the last couple of years I feel like it's been like whoever can hit it the farthest has the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And we say it all the time when it comes to some of these majors is we want, the chaos. We want those like 1 under, 2 under scores to win the event. We want to see people play their ass off in order to have the ability to win an event. And shooting 30 under doesn't sit well when you see it all the time.
Agreed.
Oh, whatever. We'll never know. We'll never have an idea of what's going to happen. It's probably going to change.
2030, baby. 2030.
You know who will be bitching about it by then? Rory. Whatever they do.
Yeah. No
Well,
doubt.
you know what? I'm only going to play 3 events this year.
What are you going to do? Stop me from playing? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm already doing that myself.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into our weekly debate. I tried really hard to figure something that would be, I don't even know the word I'm looking for. Very
cerebral.
Sure, let's go with that. Okay. If you take an average person off of the street, just pick someone at random, would they have a better chance of knocking in 3 putts in a row from 20 feet or kicking 3 field goals of 33 yards, essentially an extra point in the NFL?
Random person?
Random person.
It's a better chance. Okay.
Putter all day. It's no question for me, because if it's a random person, you bring in like a child, right? Like if it's just a child off the street, they don't even have the strength to get
All
the
right,
ball up
fine.
into the air.
You have to be over 18, okay? Ian's over here. We're going to pick a 2-year-old.
Dude, you said random person, man. I'm going through the stats.
A random adult.
John. Okay. John, what do you think?
I think putting, it's less physically demanding, right? Like kicking a football 33 yards isn't for most people. I don't even know
isn't for everyone.
I don't even know if they could even get the distance getting there, mind you, hitting it straight enough for it to go in, right? Like maybe they have the leg, but they shank it or they just hook it. It's myriads of things that can go wrong. And obviously the same can be said about the putts, right? Like you never know. But assuming that they have, a halfway functioning brain and an ounce of, just 1 ounce of, athletic ability, where they're putting it, they can figure out, okay, this is how the ball's rolling. They can probably figure it out. Now, 3 in a row from 20 feet, and it's tough. I'll go with the putting.
I've got a twist on that question too.
Okay.
Do you think random person off the street have a better chance of making 3 completely straight 20-foot putts, or 3 hard, and I mean hard, left to right breaking putts from 8 feet?
Probably the straight putts.
Yeah.
Think so? What if we said 5 feet?
Oh, let me pull an Ian. What's the degree on the green? Are we talking 3?
I mean, it breaks over a foot. It breaks over a foot.
No
from
chance for a normal. No shot.
From 5 feet? Good Lord.
From 5 feet. 5 feet, breaks a foot.
A break.
Yep.
No chance. It's got to be the straight putt. You start bringing any kind of undulation or left to righter in for a normal person off the street. They have to hit it so pure and perfect just to get one in.
Just tap it. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm borderline. I think they could make, like, if you help them line up the putt, and you're just like, just tap it. Just tap it in. Just tap it in.
A little tappy.
Taparooski. Yeah.
Well, I will say I used Gemini a little bit to try to figure out this week's debate, and Gemini told me taking an average person, the probability of hitting 3 in a row from 20 feet or hitting 3 extra points is nearly identical when it comes from an odds perspective.
Interesting.
I don't know if Gemini's ever played golf, though.
Definitely not. Well, I just kept going back to Pat McAfee's field goal competition that he has on College Game Day, and
Yeah.
thinking about all of it. It's like, obviously I skew towards golf because, like, for me, it's like, oh, the 20-foot putt, give me enough chances I can get the line and stuff. Like an average person, kind of like John said, if they have like a half decent brain to understand all of that, putting's probably got a slight edge. But like it also said, you're looking at like a 4-inch hole that they have to hit it in 3 times in a row from 20 feet versus the gap of a field goal where they could shank it a little bit left and right, but it could still make it. They could line drive it just over the crossbar. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I could see either or.
Yeah, I mean, if they for sure have enough leg strength, like if you just make sure that, like, from a physical perspective, they have the ability to kick a ball that far, then yeah, I think I would go with the field goal. But
Yeah.
that's a big question, because to John's point, a lot of those guys that we've seen on game day, I mean, are just fucking horrible, man. They
Of course. But to their defense, they only have one shot, sometimes two. You're talking about you have unlimited amount until you get it. So
it's good to know too. Yeah.
I love that we're making up rules now.
This is
our
our
game.
world.
It's our
We can
game.
do whatever we want.
Yeah.
It's our game. We do whatever the
It's our
fuck we
game.
want. All right. The game's called I Win.
Well, we'll see what the consensus is from everyone on social media. All right. Get to the Open Championship this week. Again, 4th and final major of this golf season. I believe it was earlier today. We just had the first ever, I can imagine, last chance qualifier for the Open. You had 12 guys vying for one more spot. Joe Dean ended up winning. I believe he shot 2 under. The only name I knew there was 2 names I knew. I knew Pot Geeter was in it. I think he finished at even. And then Wesley Bryan was also in it. I think he shot like 4 over, so he was a couple shots behind.
Okay.
But, we mentioned it, that they were doing it in the last episode. We were mentioning that they had this last chance qualifier. Interesting. I wonder if they're going to do it for other events. Probably not, but it's an interesting concept to think about, to garner some attention. One quick note. I went back from 2021 on, and I wanted to know if the winner of the Scottish Open, how they did in the Open Championship the following week. And we had Min-Woo Lee won Scottish Open in 2021, missed the cut. We also had Bobby Mack in 2024, won the Scottish Open, missed the cut.
Tom Kim's definitely missing the cut.
History's on his side, though, because Xander won in 22, finished T15. Rory won in 23, finished T6. Got her up last year, won Scottish, and finished 3rd. So you're either missing the cut or coming top 15.
What do you guys
and
think?
I will say, Tom Kim also came in 3rd at the U.S. Open last month. So
He's playing well.
He's playing well.
He's on a bit of a heater.
So if I had to put money on it, if we were still selecting our own tribe bet, he might be
Which
my
we're not.
pick.
We're not. It's the wheel.
We're not.
Okay,
We're not.
we got to put on the clear.
No. I mean, if he putts anywhere near as well as he did this last week, I think he's absolutely got a chance. They were showing some of his stats that he's jumped like 20 or 30 spots from a short game perspective and a putting perspective. So first strokes gained. So he's playing really well over the past couple weeks. So could be his chance at a major.
I think the other one that's kind of on everyone's radar, hometown hero himself, Tommy Fleetwood.
Again, really, him and another major favorite.
Here we
you
go.
Don't say. No, it's warranted.
I mean,
it is.
It would be, out of the 4 majors, I think this would be the one that I would pick him to win first if it was his first major. Would do the Open.
Yeah.
And I mean, in 2017, I think he finished top 20 in 2017, and he had the one terrible round on Thursday, I think it was, that kind of put him out of it. But you never know. I mean, in majors, if you know the course decently well, you have an advantage. So I think it just depends with any Open Championship. I think it depends on the weather too, and what kind of weather you get with your Thursday, Friday rounds.
Supposed to be bad. It's supposed to be
Good.
bad on Thursday and Friday.
Good. I feel like we
Good.
haven't had a major with bad weather in a while. Like consistent bad weather. Like the British Open, I
Yeah.
feel like has been like perfect weather the last few years.
It has. Ever since our boy Brian Arman last won, it's been perfect weather ever
That
since.
name makes me fall. That name makes
So
me
it's
fall
supposed to be.
asleep.
Is it supposed to be rainy and windy? Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
You know, could really
on
help them
Thursday,
this week.
Friday.
Then you know, could really help
What?
them. A 1-inch tee.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yeah, you're thinking.
Now you're
Yep.
thinking,
All right.
Eric, you're onto something.
Let's get to it. Ian, bring on the wheel.
Let's do this shit. Let's do this shit.
Ding, 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 ding.
Are we picking Joe Dean to come top 20?
Joe Dean. All right. This
Joe
week
Lynn.
we've got these are top 50 by tour rank. So a few notable names that are not within the wheel right now. Daniel Berger just missed the cut at 51. Jordan Spieth missed the cut at 53. Shane Lowry 54. And Aldrich Potgieter at 60. So, some names that I probably would have liked to see on the wheel, but it is what it is, and we move on. All right,
ride.
can you guys see this?
We ride.
Can you see the wheel?
Mm-hmm.
Sure
Right.
can.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Very appropriate. Very appropriate.
Great music. Oh no. Who?
Who the fuck is Sam Stevens?
I'm looking that
Oh,
up
boy.
right now.
No,
Sam
let's say I took that one up.
Sam Stevens.
Oh, guess what? Just to give a little comfort to you all, he's making
He
his
got
Open
cut.
Championship debut this week.
Love that. Love that journey. He's 47th on the PGA Tour world ranking, though.
I mean, he finished in a tie for 7th at the U.S. Open this year, so.
Oh, I remember him. Yeah, Oklahoma State guy. Yep. Okay, got it.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Starting off strong.
All right, here we go.
Starting off strong. Oh, I would have loved Sepp. I was hoping Sepp.
JJ
feeling really well.
Spaun. This is going really great. Really, really great.
Okay,
Really good looking.
You know what? Just give me Brian Harmon at this point.
Ooh. Yep.
It's really or Wyndham.
Oh God. Okay. All right. Last one. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh no!
No.
Again.
No fucking way. No fucking way. This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. Does he miss his first major cut in what?
Yes, he's going to.
4 years? This is going to be incredible.
The wheel curse.
Has spoken. The wheel has spoken and the wheel has cursed.
Dang.
I am
That is
looking at Scottie to
unbelievable.
miss the cut odds right now.
Let's see if we have an Ireland background we can put up here.
What the fuck is happening? What did you just do?
I have no idea. I tried to switch it over to Ireland, but it didn't work out.
I hate this so much.
What are the odds? Give me the odds. Never tell me the odds. Actually, never tell me.
This is bad.
John's.
I don't
John's
like it at all.
Pins and needles. What do we got?
I don't want to tell you. It's got Scottie, so it obviously all depends on him.
So the odds get cut incredibly.
We're at 26-1.
Ooh, baby.
Okay. God, Scottie brought those odds down.
We were at 18-1 before Scottie.
Really?
Scottie odds to miss the cut. I want to know what his odds are to miss the cut. They're hovering generally around 9-1 to 10-1.
To miss?
Might have to play
Scottie Scheffler to miss the cut.
Hey, we're putting it out in the universe. Okay.
Who else do we want to curse?
Rory, Bryson, Brian Harmon, Wyndham.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit on that one, John.
What's Rory's odds of missing the cut?
Let's see. I'm assuming they're right around the same. Oh, they're not even showing the odds for that. I just did a quick search on Google, so I didn't even find it on DraftKings. I don't think FanDuel will have it, but we might have to hedge our bets and place something on Scottie to miss the cut.
Do we do a miscut bet?
Ooh.
Oh, we should have done another wheel bet of making the cut with the outside top 50 guys.
We can do it. I can make that right now.
Can you make it quick enough?
Do we? Yeah. Come on. All right. Who do we got here? We're going, and then, are we just going to all 100 or
End of the list.
the next 50?
End of the list.
End of the list, baby. With, I think it's Jiho Yang.
Sure.
Sure. Let's paste these puppies. Paste them in. All right. You guys ready?
Let's do this.
Right.
Oh yeah, I gotta share the.
Let's go. Joe Dean, Padraig Harrington, and Darren Clark.
Old men. Let's go. 15 up.
All right, here we go. 15 up.
Joe Dean. Oh, James Nichols.
Oh,
okay.
Hey. Major guy.
That would have been crazy if it was Joe Dean.
I was hoping. All right, we got
James
one.
Nicholas. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Baard.
Who's the chairman of the board? I don't know who that is. Oh, Baard. Yeah.
Also a Texas Tech guy.
Henrik Stenson's in the field. Interesting. How much longer does his exemption last for?
Might be last one.
Gotta be coming up. Yeah.
He's
When he won 16.
Yeah.
You get 10 years. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's coming up.
All right, last one.
Last one, boys.
Who we got?
Spieth.
Jordan Spieth. Well, this Jordan Spieth.
Okay, we're at just about 16-1 odds. Not too bad.
Better odds than make the cut.
All right.
Send it.
We'll see. We shall see.
This is our week. There's no reason for us to win. We got the Scottie curse on the card. It's reason for us to win.
It can't happen twice in a row, right?
Like, there's no way.
No
Honestly, do we put in a single bet that Scottie just misses the cut?
Or do we put in a single bet of Scottie to win?
Ding, 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 ding. Revenge tour. He's mad. He's going to go fly.
Eric's is mad. Eric's pissed. Look, I'm up for anything. I feel like we just need a standalone Scottie bet for something.
First round leader? We'll do some research.
You think he comes out firing?
100%.
He's got an early tee time.
After missing the cut? Yeah.
But find out. Usually morning
either
waves
winning
go
or missing
lower.
the cut.
I can tell you real quick, John. He is in early tee time at 3:04 p.m. Isn't that crazy? Oh no, that's round 2. He's 9:58. It's round 1. Yeah. Yep. Early, and then
Come out swinging.
early, late, and then Fitzy's late, early, Cam's late, Wyndham's late, Goddard's late. Yep. Morikawa's late. So a lot of big names are going out late, other than Fitzy or Scottie, Siwoo, Tommy, and Akshay are all going out early on Thursday. So, and same with Minwoo Lee and Russell Henley. So those are your top in your top 20 from a rankings perspective who are going out early. Interesting. Okay.
We'll see.
Okay. All right.
Before we sign off, who's your pick to win?
Victor Hovland.
Victor.
Okay.
Good choice. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I think he's been dialed in, and he loves those European courses. He loves those windy courses. I think Chris Goddard.
Interesting.
Okay.
I think this is his first major. Yeah.
I'm going for a first time major winner as well. I'm sticking with Tommy. I want to see him to get one.
Tommy. Okay. All right, we got our picks.
I think the world needs it. The golf world needs it.
And waiting his turn. Yep.
Now's the time.
All right. Well, that does another round in the books. Again, thanks for hanging out with the tribe. Remember, if you enjoyed, to subscribe and share it. And until next time, keep in the short grass, keep the drinks cold, and as always, go Knowles.
Go Knowles.
Go.